Hi everybody, it's Gail from Gail's Bookish Things. I thought today I would just do a little ink swatching with you. My new Instagram and YouTube friend Donna from South Shore Paper sent me these samples to try. Ancient Copper, Noodlers, the Black Swan and English Roses, Robert Oster Peppermint. That sounds super fun for Christmas time. Diamine Desert Burst, and Edelstein Olivine. So this will be a not too long of a swatching. And I think I want to start with, first of all, I have Q-tips here. So let's just do a swatch, and then I'm going to use my Moonman dip pen in this Harvest color. I think it's called Harvest or Autumn or something like that, but I really like using this for just writing a little something with the new ink each time I get one, so, or a sample one. Let's go kind of from the reds and kind of morph into the greens, or not really red, but kind of sort of shades like that. Anyway, so we'll start with the Noodlers. I showed this unboxing a few days ago, and it's just been super busy around our house for some reason. I'm not sure what's going on, where I don't have time, but I guess it's just life getting in the way sometimes of, well, life is all the interruptions and all the busyness. I mean, that's what our days are made up of, but sometimes you just want to do your hobby and you have to wait. So that's kind of been my thing lately. So this is the Noodlers English Roses, and it's abbreviated here. I'm sorry, Black Swan and English Roses, or I don't know if it's in or with, but I forget the little word that's in there in the full title. So usually I get my fingers really messy when I'm doing this. Just have to psych myself up for that. And I'm going to tip this because I'm a lefty, so I need to go this way. I don't think I write like most left-handed people, thankfully, because then I might not be able to do the fountain pen stuff. And I'd be very sad. I almost didn't get into the hobby. I didn't even really think about trying it because I was afraid, based on things I watched on a couple tutorials and stuff, that, you know, if you're left-handed, it's not going to work, or you need to get a special nib or whatever. And I was really kind of sad about that. And I thought, you know what, I'm just going to try it, and it's worked out fine. So if you are more of an underwriter, writing underneath your lettering, if you're left-handed, it should work out. And I think this is a beautiful color. This writes really wet. Now sometimes I use my daughter's feather dip pen. That's kind of fun as well because you get a finer line, and I've noticed with that oftentimes I get more of the shading and sheening qualities of an ink that I don't with a dip pen, and I'm guessing that that's because this goes on so heavily. But it might actually be fun to go back and write with that. So I might leave a little bit of room, and I might try that later. So this is the one I especially was interested in trying, the Diamine Ancient Copper. This has come up a lot. Whoops, I'm doing it backwards. Okay, we'll just write. I've seen it a lot on different people's sites and stuff, different YouTube channels, and I like coppery colors. I like warm colors. I like earthy colors, and I like all colors. Those are the things that, if they're going to be a reflection of me, I feel oftentimes more at home with using. So again, with this dip pen, this is starting out really dark, but I do like this color, and I think I might put it in one of my fountain pens. I might start with that. I need to swatch that. I have my order all mixed up here, and I can't remember what I'm doing. I was at church today. We had church outside, which was really nice. This is a beautiful day here in the Midwest in Missouri. And I ran my 54th Massachusetts in this cement gray Twisby Eco. It was dry and it quit writing. I'm like, what's going on? I thought it was the paper I was writing on. And I realized I used it all up. This is super wet ink and it goes fast. In a way, I kind of like that because I like the idea of trying new inks. So I think I might, although this is a medium nib, I'm almost done with that one. As you can see, it's just down in there in the feed. This is a medium Twisby Eco, but I think this Ancient Copper could be fun in there. But I like seeing the shading qualities more than I feel like that medium lets me do. This one's pretty full. My purple, again, Twisby Eco Broad is almost gone. So I may, this is Aurora Purple, by the way. It's a very pretty color. I got a sample from Goulet Pens, and then I ended up buying the bottle. So that may go in there, but let's go ahead and do a little swab of that. This is so much fun playing with inks, and this is such a good way of trying out inks. I've had some of you comment, like, it's almost better to just buy samples and then rebuy them as you want more ink instead of buying a big bottle of something before you've even tested it. I don't know. I see the logic to that very much, but I also love the look of the bottles, and I have that new cool display shelf now, and so I think part of the fun is collecting a beautiful bottle that has your ink in it as well. So these are looking really neat. This is a really pretty color, very bold writing with the dip pen, probably much more than in a normal pen, but I'm especially drawn between the two. If I had to pick, it would be the Ancient Copper. It looks like it's got a nice shading quality. Let's try the Diamine Desert Burst next. So I have a friend, a son, not a friend, who lives in Italy. He's with the Air Force, and we talked to him today on FaceTime. That was really fun to see him. It's rare that we get to talk, so, because the time difference. Ooh, and packages just came in. Thanks, guys. All right, so this one, this is, again, I got to double check. Diamine Desert Burst. Very pretty. I could see owning this one too. I like these a lot. Yep. Okay, now if I had to pick, if I could pick one to buy, or that I had to buy, or it was my only ink till the end of my existence on Earth, it would be a toss-up between the Ancient Copper and the Desert Burst. How you like how I narrowed that down to two? I wasn't even picking one. I wouldn't be unhappy with any of them. Okay, we have two more. I have whispering in the background. Okay, ooh, what a beautiful green. Greenish blue. Kind of a tealy, maybe? I like that. This again is the Robert Oster Peppermint. I do not own any Robert Oster inks. I have kind of repeats of the same few brands. So it might be fun sometime to own a bottle of some other varieties. This is beautiful. I don't know that this dip pen gives it the best writing sample exactly because it is so wet. I'm probably more of a flow, you know, than I'm going to get from any of my fountain pens. But it's fun to write with it, and it's a good, quick way to try them out. But again, the feather pen is kind of fun too. It's a lot more scratchy, but it feels like kind of fun and old-fashioned like. There's a very, like, to me it seems like a cool, like a spearmint or something. And it does make me think of a nice wintry night kind of color. So like peppermint, I don't know. I guess that makes me think more of winter. At least where I'm from, I don't know. But, you know, peppermint is kind of a traditional holiday candy, maybe. Oh, keep it open. Okay, and this is the, I don't know how you pronounce it, Edelstein Olivine. Another one that, when pressed, Donna said, well, she said, come on, do you want any of these others? I've got plenty to share. I'm like, okay, I'll try the Olivine too. And she surprised me with extra ones. And I'm enjoying this. This is just like playing with crayons if you were, when you were a small kid, or markers, or watercolors. It like brings me that same level of satisfaction to goof off with these pens and colors. I see why people did that. You know, before I got into them, like, oh, you're playing with your colors. That sounds fun, you know, but I kind of didn't relate to it. Now I see what they mean. So these are just really pretty. Let me slowly pan those across the screen here in case you wanted to get the name on any of them. Noodler's Black Swan and English Roses, Diamine Ancient Copper, Robert Oster Peppermint, oh wait, Diamine Desert Burst, and then the Edelstein Olivine. I like all those, and those are nice fall colors too. Got this nice selection from Jen the other day, minus that one. Also very pretty colors in here. Beautiful. It's really nice after they're more fully dry. You can really pick up on some of the shimmer or shading qualities or sheens. I forget the difference now. I do know. Shimmer is the sparkle and sheen is the shininess, and then I'm getting this mixed up in shading. I know the shading. Shimmer is more glittery and sheen is like, if I'm not mistaken, like this kind of aspect where the color pulls up into a other color, or it shows in the light. I may have that mixed up. Don't listen to me. I'm learning with whoever else out there is learning too. So, but Jen did tell me, and I just forgot. So I'm looking for my blotting paper right now. It's off over here. Got a new pack of this, and I keep grabbing my old one. I kind of shut this too quick and got it on there. I like writing with my fountain pens really on whatever paper I can, but there's definitely a different wonderful experience on this Tomoe River. I already see here the ancient copper is kind of separating into some little bit of variations there, as is the Desert Burst, and I do see a lot of nice shading qualities on these two. And I think these just need a little bit longer to dry. So yeah, these are lovely, very fun to play with. So that's just a little hello and a fun little Sunday afternoon play with color time. Playing with colors, yes, I love it. So, okay, if you had to pick one of these to be your pen ink for the end of all time, which would you pick? Now that is just totally a hypothetical question, but sometimes that helps me make a decision. What would I want to live with if I had to live with it and wasn't given any choices? So I feel like I like all of these, but I think these two, it would be between these two. But I don't have anything quite this shade. I have the Diamine Pumpkin, which is just a bright orange. It's a fun kind of October-y color. But for a color that I would want to use like all the time, probably would do the Ancient Copper, but this is close. But this reminds me a bit of the sepia that I have already. So I don't know if I would purchase a bottle of one like this, but I almost like this better than the sepia. I don't know. It's hard to say without writing with it in a pen. Here I like it better. I love how the sepia looks, but on some of my pens it doesn't have much shading quality at all. And when I bought it, where I bought it from, showed it with more of a shading quality. So, I don't know. Doesn't really matter, but it's kind of fun to contemplate. So, there you go. Thanks for being with me again, and hope you have a great week. Talk to you soon. Bye.